r/askreddit. Gamers of Reddit, if you could remaster any game so it had today's graphics, which game would you choose? Knights of the Old Republic. On the bright side, the fact that it has 2001 console graphics means that it runs really well on an iPad. It's basically my go-to stuck at the airport game. Edit, it's listed under Kota. You beat me to it. That an FF7 would make me a happy boy. Edit, I am well aware that a remake of FF7 is being made. It won't have original combat and it is apparently episodic. That is not a remaster, it's a remake. On every single one of these posts Kota is always the first to come up. Listen up devs. Oregon Trail. You'll be able to see Jean getting sick as the dark circles under her eyes progress against the backdrop of photorealistic desert. Not gonna lie, a remake would be totally sick. I want an Oregon Trail game with Red Dead style graphics. I want ox balls. And a first person shooter mode so I can single-handedly exterminate the American bison. Star Wars Republic Commando. Still mad we didn't get the Imperial Commando sequel. For a game that came out in 2005, I'm surprised it holds up as well it does. It's a beautiful game. Fuck yes, I came here to say this too. Game was insane. It was like Rainbow Six but in the extended universe, had a badass plot and great gameplay. Honestly it has held up over time quite well. I went back to play it not too long ago and still had a ton of fun. The gameplay mechanics were so in depth for its time too. I remember being so impressed because your visor could wipe away the rain droplets on the screen. Need for Speed Underground 2. Midnight Club, LA. Need for Speed, Most Wanted, the fucking original with a good story, and sweet rides. Underground 2 and Most Wanted were my entire childhood. And these days every NFS game I play is a disappointment. Riders on the Storm intensifies. GTA Vice City. I am Fernando Martinez, Mr. Fernando Martinez, and this is Mr. with broken wings. God, I love that radio. From the recent leaks it appears GTA the 6th of maybe Vice City. Morrowind. Thank you stranger. You have good taste in games it seems. Daggerfall. In Daggerfall, as in all the Elder Scrolls games, players are not required to follow questlines or fill specific character types. Bethesda Softworks claims that the scale of the game is the size of Great Britain. Around 229,848 square kilometers, 88,745 square miles, though the actual size of the map is 161,600 kilometers raised to the power of 2, 62,394 mi raised to the power of 2. The game world features over 15,000 towns, cities, villages, and dungeons for the player's character to explore. I don't think Skywind is gonna be done anytime even before TES 6 but Beyond Skyrim is coming out with a Morrison's expansion that will probably be finished before then. Command & Conquer series, actually they're working on a remastered version right now. Edit, didn't expect to have an award but thank you very much. Wait, really? Don't even joke about this right now. Considering the amount of time I spent playing CNC and how fucking cool those games were, I'll play the ever living shit out of them again. I lived Red Alert in a no shame unhealthy amount of hours. Taking Tanya and skillfully obliterating an entire map was one of my favorite things to do lol. I'd be all over a remake of Red Alert too. Agreed, Westwood is gone now though and since EA took over I have no high hopes for it. Star Wars Battlefront 2 2005. The same game with just the graphics of SWBFII 2017 would be sweet. Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. Edit, holy shit, lots of love for Soul Reaver. I love IT. Thanks for Gold Silver. Yes. I'd love to see the whole series remastered. Simpsons Hit and Run. Someone. Make it happen. Edit, thanks for the silver. Edit, my first gold. Thanks you kind sir madam. I really want trophies achievements. If we can't get a remaster then please another GTA or open world game of The Simpsons again. Golden Sun. Hands down. Golden Sun has everything Nintendo needs to be their flagship RPG franchise. They just have to fucking do something with it. Put Isaac in Smash for starters. Get people invested and interested in the characters. If they got the team behind Octopath Traveler to work with Camelot, I could see a wonderful Golden Sun remake. Or a Golden Sun 4, cause of that cliffhanger. I'd probably burst into joyful tears if there was any sort of Golden Sun announcement. Yes please. I'd love this on the Switch. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. New graphics, same soundtrack. GoldenEye 007. Edit, I'm aware of the remakes that have been made. But they don't really stay true to the original. I want one that revamps the graphics and makes the combat mechanics better, but not something that changes the entire game fundamentally. I'd like to play it with a modern controller setup too. GoldenEye, source rocks, spread the word. www.jeshell2.com. GTA San Andreas. Ah shit, here we go again. I'll have 2 number 9s. All you had to do. Metal Gear Solid 1. Don't mess with anything else but the graphics. I just wanna be able to again, but my PS1 and PS3 both broke and I only have the PS4. Edit, I know Twin Snakes is a game, but you the Prancing Horse 94 said today's graphics and I thought MGS1 would be cool looking with once again today's graphics. You can play it in 4K on an emulator these days. Doesn't do much for the graphics proper, but you can do AAAF and probably some reshader stuff with it. Star Wars, Jedi Academy. Jedi Knight 2 as well. Edit, also called Jedi Outcast. Mario Sunshine. Sunshine is one of those games that could actually be significantly improved by a remaster. Specifically if they replace the camera system with a new one from the ground up, the entire game would be made so much better by that one change. Diablo 1 2. Diablo 3 is gorgeous and the gameplay is fluid, but doesn't match the grittiness of Diablo Imo. The butcher in Diablo 1 was super creepy when I was a kid. Why'd it have to scroll so far for this? Diablo 2 is probably one of the most important and influential PC titles ever. People are still doing bail runs to this day. A Diablo 2 remastered would be insane. Legend of Dragoon. They could call it like Legend of Dragoon, Final Burst Edition or something. Fable Lost Chapters, for bad and funny, for the newer consoles. Chicken Chaser. Jak and Daxter, trilogy, easily. On a somewhat related note, YTF hasn't this been done yet, Naughty Dog. RIP in pieces my inbox. Obligatory thanks for the ore. I vote we start a petition. This became more urgent when they re-released it on PS4 and somehow made it run half as well as on PS2. I'd almost have been impressed if I wasn't so sad. Ocarina of Time. 3DS remake is semi-modern. Prince of Persia series. Arfug. Now I have to replay Sands of Time. Conker's Bad Fur Day except he doesn't look horrid. Chrono Trigger. And when I say today's graphics, I mean lovingly crafted hand-drawn graphics that capture the spirit of pixel art's glorious past. Honestly, I think Chrono Trigger still looks great exactly the way it is now. Battlefield 1942. Please. Battlefield 2142 please. X-Wing vs. TIE Fighter. Screw X-Wing, just give me TIE Fighter HD. Need for Speed Underground 2 for sure. Riders on the Storm starts playing. Deus Ex. I believe this calls for everyone to reinstall the game. Any of the older Fallout games. New Vegas. Rockstar Games, Bully. Man, I know there have been plans for a Bully 2. But I just want them to add in a feature where you could kind of side with a particular school group. Like, if you attack the nerds, your respect for nerds goes down but respect with jocks goes up. That'd be neat, I think. CNC, Red Alert 2. And Yuri's Revenge, of course. Witcher 1 on 3's engine. The game was great but the graphics and gameplay were a huge problem for me. Final Fantasy 3, 6. Probably Pokémon Colosseum. Fallout 2 on 4's engine, Morrowind, or Star Fox 64. No doubt FO4's engine wasn't great, but a solid FPS remaster would still be a lot of fun. MechWarrior 2, holy shit that would be a thing. Edit. I received silver for this. Thank you, anonymous redditor. You are a generous individual. Jet Set Radio, Future. STALKER. Gauntlet, Legends and Gauntlet, Dark Legacy. Spent so much time playing those, and the Gauntlet, Slayer edition I found on Steam just doesn't feel right. The Black and White series. Those games were godly. I just wanna play Champions of Norith again. Probably the first Mass Effect game. I think that would be awesome. Time Splitters 2 Remaster would be a blessing. Alternatively, Planescape Torment, because it's a fantastic game and the graphics UI are definitely an obstacle when it comes to getting people to play it. Age of Empires 2. I'd go for Majora's Mask. Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem. American McGee's Alice. A lot of the games people have listed have been super popular and memorable, and while Alice was definitely memorable, it always felt like an underdog left and forgotten. Baldur's Gate series from PS2. Or maybe better, the Mercenaries games, 1 and 2. MW2. Xenogears. While we're at it, we can add side quests to the second disc and generally fix up that mess by adding side content to break up the wall of text. Socom Games.